Ready? Start. On the other hand, the counsel for the respondents submitted that the criminal case was required to be proved beyond a reasonable doubt, whereas the civil case was required to be proved on the preponderance of evidence. Stop. They further submitted that the judgment of the civil court was only binding upon the criminal court to some extent. Stop. They further submitted that civil appeal number 22 dated 1/3/1997 was filed in the court of additional civil judge senior division. Stop. They further submitted that both the appeals were accepted by the Court of District Judge Wide Judgment and Decree dated 26/9/2002. Stop. They further submitted that regular second appeal number 88 of 2005 was also filed against the judgment and decree rendered by the district judge, which was also dismissed. Stop. They further submitted that the appellate court took into consideration the entire evidence produced on record. Stop. They further submitted that the judgment of acquittal rendered by the appellate court did not suffer from any illegality or perversity. Stop. They further submitted that this court in its revisional jurisdiction cannot interfere into the judgment of the criminal revision number 1563 of 2002 appellate court until and unless it comes to the conclusion that the same is the result of misreading or misappreciation of the evidence and as such illegal. Stop. They further submitted that the revision petitions were liable to be dismissed. Stop. Coming to the factum whether the judgment of the civil court is binding on the criminal court, it was held that the decision of the civil court shall be relevant if conditions of any of sections 40 to 43 are satisfied, but it cannot be said that the same would be conclusive except as provided in section 41. Stop. If the judgment, order or decree of civil court is relevant as provided under sections 40 and 42, then court has to decide to what extent it is binding with regard to matters decided therein. Stop. Therefore, in each case, it has to be ascertained whether judgment, decree or order is relevant. Stop. In the instant case, the prosecution was required to prove beyond a reasonable doubt by leading cogent and convincing independent evidence that the sale deeds dated 31/1/2009 executed by Raj Singh were the result of fraud, forgery and misrepresentation. Stop. On the other hand, the civil case was required to be decided on the preponderance of evidence. Stop. Merely on the basis of the civil court judgments, it could not be conclusively held in the criminal trial that the sale deeds were the result of fraud, forgery and misrepresentation. Stop. Under these circumstances, the judgment of the civil court cannot be said to be binding on the criminal court for the purpose of deciding the guilt of the accused. Stop.